Good morning and welcome to the Lovin Dubai show. You're joined by Misha here.
And me, Simran.
And what a beautiful day it is. Thank you everyone so much for watching.
And you're also welcome by Shahir's amazing outfit. Love this. It's a new look on Shahir. But today's top trending stories, apart from Shahir's outfit, are Sharjah taxi driver attempted to molest teenagers.
And Dubai's floating bridge to remain closed until further notice.
A VIP dog on an Emirates flight. What's happening there?
And the world's first public superhero, Zach Chug, is going to join us after a very short break. I am looking forward to this. I follow his recipes. They're crazy, they're insane. There's flavor, there's spice, there's taste.
And there's a story behind all of it because he does it all in a superhero costume, and that is very eccentric, to say the least.
Yep.
Yeah. And what else is eccentric? Should we say your outfit?
We're not talking about my outfit.
What's
today.
going on there?
It's hot. Someone insists on switching off the studio AC
Was
every time.
it because of the temperature that he decided to don on this outfit?
You know, I'll put the jacket on if it makes you so happy. But like, I thought it was a cool outfit.
Very NBA.
I had to make up for your outfit.
Excuse me. This is what you call professional. But that's amazing. I love your basketball-esque vibe going on this morning.
Anyways, so Simran and I were talking before the show about Instagram stories, right?
Yeah.
So you take an Instagram story, typically when it's just a picture, you're fine with it. Like you post it, you're good to go, you never see it again.
Right.
But when it's a video, or you go on a night out, or you fear that you might post something incriminating, how often do you watch your stories?
So there are two kinds of people out there. There is a you and there is a me. I post whatever I take. If I've taken it, it's going up.
Yeah.
Then there's you,
Yeah.
who thinks and rewatches and contemplates and ponders over your stories and your content a million times until the time has passed and it never goes live.
But I think it's just being a perfectionist. Some of us have it, some of us don't. And the thing is,
It's called being candid, you know, in the moment. You don't want to like rethink content that's supposed to be.
I can't do that. I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
I don't have it in me to just like be a spare of the moment guy and post whatever I please. Alternatively, I go around to the 5 people around me and say, hey, do we approve of this? Is this funny? Is this funny? Is this funny? Are we happy? And that's it.
But with stories, it's like once it's live, how many times do you watch it? Because I can spend up to 2 hours just watching my stories.
I won't watch it repetitively all in one go. I'll watch it throughout the next 24 hours to see, like, if you give yourself a 5-hour break, like let's say I posted something thinking I'm funny, I'll check in 5 hours to see if it's just as funny when I glance at it for the first time, you know?
Oh, nice. I basically just like watch it to see if the people I want to see have seen it. Yeah.
And then you overthink and say, they must be thinking about me. They're in love with me. They are happy with what they're seeing.
What are they thinking when they watch the story?
They don't know what they're missing out on.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I agree. I'm the same. I will go through the entire list and say, this person must be jealous. This person is in love with me. This person won't stop thinking about me for the next 2 days. And it's like, you obviously...
Oh my God.
You know how like...
That is something else. That is not what I meant at all. But yeah, I just meant that I look out for that one person. That's it. Has that person seen my story?
No, but it's not about everyone on my list and having a preconceived notion about how they perceive something. It's about the ones that I want to get
around. Are they jealous? Are they obsessed with me?
Yeah.
Are they...
For example, did I post anything in the last 24 hours?
Okay,
no, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, but I just think that, like, people, like, you know, with social media, you post the best of the best. You post what you think people want to see and, like, the most glamorous parts of your life. And I think living in a place like Dubai, like, there's no better clout.
You guys, tell us, what is your Instagram story situation? Are you a thinker, poster, watcher, viewer? You guys like to like obsess over your own stories? Because I know for a fact we can go hours just watching our own stories. But that's just Shahir and I. You guys let us know about you. But we will jump into our first story. So Quite a tragic one. A Sharjah taxi driver was arrested after trying to molest two teenage girls. Now, a taxi driver in Sharjah has been arrested by the police for attempting to sexually assault two girls in his taxi, and the two passengers, aged 13 and 15, were unaccompanied by their parents at the time of the incident. Now, the father of one of the victims lodged a complaint stating that his 13-year-old daughter and her friend were on their way back home when the taxi driver attempted to touch them inappropriately.
So the police swiftly located the taxi and apprehended the suspect in a remarkably short period of time as well. According to the authorities, he has admitted to committing the crime.
So the Sharjah police have highlighted that parents of the girls were aware that they were traveling without adult supervision, and they urge guardians to prioritize the safety of young individuals, emphasizing that safeguarding children is a collective responsibility. And as much as we know this country is so safe and there are good and bad people everywhere, like you'll have amazing experiences where, you know, like maybe you're stuck and they, like, the taxi drivers will help you out, or like just, you know, strangers will help you out, but then you can have horrible experiences as well. It's just about, you know, like wrong place, wrong time. But whatever it whatever it may be, you just have to always be so vigilant, especially with kids.
Yeah.
When they come into play.
Yeah, but like in situations like these, I don't think you can necessarily, like, you can be vigilant to an extent because obviously you as a parent, you're not with the girls.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's tragic because that's something that they'll have to live with, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no matter how extreme or how far the taxi driver went, it's still going to be something that is going to impact the girls forever. 100%. And it's nice to see how the police were so swift. Yeah, exactly. Because now, especially with taxi services offering rides to children going to school and the whole carpool situation, like you want that reassurance that your kids are in safe hands.
Exactly. It's like at least that assurance is there to the parents that, oh, we have lodged a complaint, and the person who has done this to our kids or has, you know, like put them through this trauma is now going to be apprehended and away from harming any other children out there. So that is amazing on the, you know, just the Sharjah police's part. But of course, that reminder is just there, you know, like when it comes to children, be super safe and careful with them and just be aware of their whereabouts. And I know, like, this situation, like Shahir said, you really can't do anything much. Like, you're sending them in a cab, and that too, like, two girls together. And it's like, how much can you really protect them, you know? At some point, it's like anything could go wrong. And that's what's really the biggest fear for parents.
And it's not, like, obviously a location-based thing. This can happen anytime, any place, anywhere.
Yeah.
But again, like, the reassurance that the police are on it is what you need to, like, move forward.
And that's where I think the fear of law is so important, because countries that have, like, where residents and citizens have the fear of law, that's where crime rates are much lower compared to countries where there is, you know, like, no fear of it, like where people know they can get away with it, because that's what really stops people from committing these kinds of crimes.
That's so true. Like, the same can be said about gun law in the US, and like, there is no fear surrounding that, you know? So
true.
People aren't, like, how far is it? 10 Amendments? 10 Commandments? What are they?
Yeah. 10 Amendments.
10 Amendments. Yeah, like, how far is that going to get you? Because, like, everyone's in fear, and there's terror, and there's all of these things that come with having such lenient laws, in a sense.
Exactly.
Whereas the fear of law, at the same time, for us, is that's instilled within you, and you know you're going to be safe, and you know the people around you are going to be safe. So I totally agree with that.
Very true. And it's like with this case, you see this happening, and you know that the taxi driver has, like, straight away he's been, you know, persecuted for his actions.
Yeah.
So anyone else, even thinking of following suit, will know for a fact that if, you know, like, if they go ahead with this kind of behavior, that's it for them. This country will not tolerate this. You're straight away thrown out of here. You're deported, finished, you know. So that's why we absolutely love the laws here. So
moving on to the second story, the floating bridge will remain closed until further notice. So the RTA announced that the floating bridge will remain closed to carry out technical tests and ensure the efficiency of maintenance work. The bridge was supposed to be closed for 5 weeks from April 17th, but the closure will be extended.
So for alternative routes, you can go through Al Maktoum Bridge, Infinity Bridge, Al Garhoud Bridge, Al Mamzar exit coming from Al Ittihad Street, in addition to main roads such as Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road and Emirates Road. So you have all these alternative roads that you can be taking. And I'm not a frequent driver unless someone gives me their car to drive. So I'm not really sure if Google Maps relocates accordingly.
Yeah, Google Maps and Waze recalculate your routes, like taking into consideration everything that happens around you, traffic, and like with apps like Waze, you have people updating as you go. So like if there's police on site, or if there's a crash, God forbid, or if there's whatever situation on apps like Waze, you can say, hey, congestion, hey this, hey this. So there is that luxury with all of these apps.
I am so done with these apps though.
Why? I love them.
I don't understand. Like I love, of course you need maps, but the number of times it's taken me through routes which I normally wouldn't take, and it just like increases the time, and I'm like, why? I could have just gone straight. Like, why am I going round and round and round?
I think you're using the app wrong. Like, what have you done?
I'm pretty sure it messes up the exits for people from time to time, because it's not like, no, it's like a straight road, but it makes you take an exit, and you're just like,
maybe the straight road is going to take more time because everyone else is taking that straight road.
Maybe, possibly. So you've never had bad experience with any of these like road maps?
No, literally not once. They've been a godsend, especially in a place like Dubai. By the way, like I know people like Oman, London, US, they know where they're going, but the roads here are so complex and so intertwined that you don't know what's happening. Everyone in this country uses Google Maps or Waze.
Yeah, and it's like you miss one exit and that is it. That is it.
I've got a story for you.
A 5-minute road becomes a 30-minute road that turns into a 1-hour road, and you're just stuck on the road for
That's not
hours
exaggeration.
and hours.
That is not exaggeration. I was once 2 minutes away from my PT session, took the wrong exit, and it took me 18 minutes to come back. I was like, this is insanity. Like, and I had to call, like, I'm so sorry, like, I swear it's not me.
Right.
And he didn't believe me. He still holds it against me. Tamer, if you're watching.
Knowing Shahir.
No, honestly, one exit. I made one mistake. And it cost me 18 minutes.
But that's life for you, Shahir. That's life for you.
Yeah, well.
One mistake can really cost you.
Beautiful metaphor there.
That's a very scary metaphor, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dubai roads, oh my goodness. One exit and that's it. You're booked.
I think the more, because you don't drive as much, right? Like you said, like you drive when you have a car available. Like the more you drive, like I'm getting so used to roads. At the same time, you grew up here, so one would think that you're like on it.
I am. Pretty much.
Okay.
Anyway, next story. So this one is quite cute and interesting. So a doggo became a VIP on an Emirates flight. Now Lily was... Cute little Maltese.
So cute. Aww. So cute.
Maltesers are the cutest. So she was flying from New York City to Dubai, and the captain came out to say hello. The pictures are absolutely adorable. However, before we read out the reactions to you, here is a statement from Emirates about pets in flights. So they clarified that certain service animals are allowed to travel in cabin on some Emirates flights, subject to a number of conditions. So basically what happened here was Emirates released a bunch of pictures of like this Maltese that was traveling, and you can see the doggo taking pictures with the captain and the flight attendants, cabin crew members, and just like, you know, living the life.
Lily's living.
Literally, and the pictures are so giving, and people
adorable.
And people in the comments are just like, okay, apart from, you know, totally like being taken aback by this little doggo and her cute pictures, they were just like, okay, why does this dog get to travel first class in the cabin and not with the rest of the dogs? So hence Emirates released this statement. Because
Lily can afford it. Let Lily live her best life. No, these photos just prove one thing.
Yeah.
Everyone is a dog person. For the captain to come out and say, no, we're not a pilot, let me touch Lily, is proof that everyone enjoys dogs.
And she's wearing the captain's hat. It is so cute here. And the video, oh my God. And like you can see the flight attendant taking a selfie with the Maltese. Oh my goodness.
Like that treatment, no human's gonna get.
And no human deserves it.
Because you're not adorable.
Okay, let's see some of the comments, okay? Please accept small dogs in cabin forever. Yes, we are all in for that petition to accept small dogs in cabin.
Yeah, but there's, like you mentioned, there's a ton of conditions that go with it. Like, some dog sizes can't go in. Some dogs literally can't go on planes because their noses are so small, you know, that they won't be able to breathe with the physics of it all.
Okay, the physics.
You know, like I don't know what
yes.
the right terminology is, but like there are certain, like obviously at times like dogs can be put to sleep while they're on flights, and like there are different ways that dogs can fly, but not every animal can fly, not every cat can fly, not every ferret can fly.
And some animals get super aggressive with the
Yeah.
with the air pressure going
Yeah.
up and down as well because they're like, what is happening?
Yeah,
That
they
is
don't
so
get
true.
it.
By the way, this comment is literally for you to read out. It's made for you to read out.
I can't read. Can you like zoom in, please? Okay, so Doggy's about to poop in first class. Now
That
that's
is
living in style.
so up Shahir's alley. Like
Lily?
if this was an animist commenting, I would have thought Shahir commenting that.
And you know what? The photos, like Lily really is thriving. Like she knows she's on that level.
Yeah, and Dina is like, Emirates, you would make so many people happy if you allow dogs in cabins, and you'd make our life so much easier. I urge you to look at how Austrian airlines handle pets. So there are loads of ways. I think every airline has their way of handling and like dealing with how pets are going to be transported from one country across the other. So I mean, like, if it is possible, pets in cabins, all in for that, all in for that.
Someone said, I wonder how much Lily paid for her ticket. Good question.
Yeah, Lily. I don't think these doggos be paying for anything.
Lily should come for an interview.
I feel like we can speak. I speak dog, fluent dog. Speak dog every day.
Anyways, guys, we are going on a very short break. After that, we'll be joined by Zach Chuck. He is the first worldwide public superhero. So stay tuned.
Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, and our guest today is the world's first public superhero. His superpower, you ask, creating insanely healthy meal recipes that taste just like your favorite food cravings with zero guilt. So welcome to the show, Zach.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's my first ever interview, and I'm very excited to.
We're so honored.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Yeah.
So I saw that you're in Dubai, and I was like, DM, like, let's get him on.
yeah.
What has Dubai been like so far?
Dubai's been amazing. The opportunity out here has been like no other. I'm from the UK, and I think venturing out to places like Dubai is amazing for me and my self-growth as well. Being able to interact with new people, learn more about myself. I think being able to independently travel away from home, away from my family, it truly builds my resilience and who I am as a person. So yeah, Dubai's been amazing. The weather is amazing as well. You can't.
Really?
Yeah, I love the weather out here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little hot, but of course you can't complain when you come from the UK.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
your costume,
Yes.
it's got like a custom Z for
It
Zach.
does. Yes.
Where
yes.
did you get this made? Looks amazing.
Yeah, so I got it made in Hollywood by a costume designer who is a very professional costume designer. She made, helped make the actual Aquaman suit, the Jason Momoa suit. So I wanted to go all in with this concept. I didn't want to do it half-heartedly. I'm this type of guy that I put 110% into everything I do. And this was an investment, but it was
How much?
quite a lot.
I asked as well.
Quite a lot,
Dedication.
yeah. It was the biggest investment of my entire life, but I knew this was going to be my life. I'm devoted to helping people and trying to inspire
So how many
people.
of these do you have? Or do you
I
just
only have one.
You're asking all the questions I asked before the show.
I only have one, so I can't get it dirty.
Oh my God.
Oh, and it's white.
It's white as well, yeah. So hopefully this time next year I'll have about 3 or 4 more.
In hindsight,
Yeah.
would you have still gone for white?
100%, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Even though there's a chance of it getting dirty, I think for me the white, this whole color scheme was a natural transition from my original apron that I used to wear. So I wanted to keep me and obviously my brand and who I am the same, but I wanted it to be like a natural transition, if that makes sense. So yeah, I kept the color scheme the same. And
You even have your hair out. Like
yeah,
Superman,
I
like
used to
the
have curly
full
hair
Really?
like yourself, yeah. But
What do you do?
I've just
What's the
used a bit of
treatment
sea salt spray and
Sea salt
push
spray.
it back, yeah. So
look. So, sorry, just need to ask your strengths and your kryptonite. What is it?
oh, that's a very good question. I'd say my strength is my Instagram community, this audience I have. I wouldn't be doing any of this, and I wouldn't be here where I am today without this community.
Yeah.
They are 100% my superpower. They give me the strength and confidence to, take a leap of faith, take the risks, and yeah, I 100% would say that is my superpower. And my weakness would have to be donuts. So
Donuts.
Just like everyone. We're all on the same page there.
I do a lot of healthy recipes, but donuts, yeah.
You can make healthy donuts.
I actually have tried to make them this time last year. I tried to make them, but I don't think I've made them again ever since.
Now, since you're Superman, can you just make food appear like this?
We can try, but yeah. one day.
It's a scam.
Here's a glass of water. So can we talk about your content? So how did you first get into it?
Yes.
You also have a very inspiring story if you can get into that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So can you just share more about the
Yes,
beginnings or
of
your
course.
origin story?
Yeah, of course. So roughly around 2 years ago, I started this Instagram page. So I was studying to be a dentist. So I made the page to help me in my dental career. But as the page slowly grew, I started incorporating more of my passions, fitness, food, and I think it took one video to really give me momentum. So I kept posting for around 6 months, not really getting anywhere. But then one video went boom, and it sort of went viral, and then I had that momentum. And then ever since I got that momentum, I just never stopped. I kept posting every single day. And naturally, over a year to 2 years, the audience started to grow bigger and bigger. And I was completely obsessed with helping these people. The DMs and comments I was getting, it became my passion, helping people. It was always a passion of mine to help people. That's why I did dentistry. But I always felt like I could do more and give back to the community. So yeah, for around 2 years, I was posting food content every single day. And then I released a cookbook, and then a year after the cookbook, which is today roughly, the whole superhero concept was born. So it's been a journey from being overweight when I was younger to going into dental school to being a chef even for 2 years and now a superhero. So it's been a few stages of my life, and I'm only 23, so I haven't even scratched the surface yet. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's gonna make you feel good about yourself.
What?
So, are we scrapping dental school? Are we scrapping everything else? Is this what you're focusing on full time?
Yeah. So this time last year, I quit dental school.
Okay.
It was the hardest decision of my entire life because I worked so hard growing up. I got all A stars, GCSEs, A levels, the UK exams. So my parents sent me to private education as well. They sacrificed everything for me, and my education. So to leave dentistry was the biggest decision of my entire life, but it was the best one I've ever made. I don't regret it one bit because now the community I've built is so strong, and this is the whole point of the superhero concept, to bring this community together and just help people. The whole point of this is to inspire people to become their own heroes and to inspire them to help one another and unleash the hero within themselves. And yeah, because everyone's a hero, it just takes a leap of faith sometimes to unlock that. Yeah.
Not all heroes wear capes, but this one does.
Someone clearly didn't watch The Incredibles because Edna
Yes,
wouldn't have
I know,
supported
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What?
Edna
Yeah.
doesn't like super
Oh, yeah, she doesn't like
capes.
capes.
Yeah.
Capes,
But it's
yeah.
not like he's flying around. Not like it's gonna get stuck in a.
Yeah, one day. I actually did skydiving on my 23rd birthday.
Your
No, I only wore the top. Obviously, I couldn't wear the cape.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an experience.
But do you feel like you've cracked the equation? Because you said consistency mixed with a little bit of momentum,
Yes.
and you just skyrocketed. Do you feel like when you get that momentum, you have to cash in on
Yes.
it right away if you're
Yeah.
gonna lose out?
100%. I feel like it's a once in a lifetime sort of opportunity when you get that momentum. It's a blessing because it's sort of like a snowball effect. That's the way I see it. It's like a snowball. You've got to keep rolling it in. You've got to keep building it bigger and bigger. And if you leave it, the snowball will melt. So it's the same sort of concept for me with content on Instagram. You have to keep building and building it. I remember one time I went to LA last year and I took a week off of posting. I mean, I noticed a big drop in, engagement, reach, and that's because I took my foot off the pedal for a little bit. So it made me realize, you can't ever
Leave it stagnant.
leave it stagnant. And I'm in a bit of a situation now where I've obviously transitioned out food content a little bit. I'm still posting food content, but my whole page now is a bit different to what it was before. But that was a sacrifice I was willing to take for the long term. Hopefully the long-term reward of this superhero concept, because the whole point of this is to create something that is beyond me. No one in the world is doing this, so there's no blueprint for what I'm doing. I'm still learning it as I go along, step by step, but it's all for the greater good and to try and inspire as many people.
Did you stumble upon your niche as a coincidence, or you saw the gap in the market for healthy recipes and you?
So regarding superhero, or do you mean just healthy
the
recipes?
healthy recipes. I know the superhero, it's something that complements it.
Yeah.
And I get the whole story behind it, but just speaking about healthy recipes in specific, was it something that was conscious or
So healthy recipes, when I started doing that, again, that was sort of a trial and error. Obviously, to get in shape when I was going through my own fat loss journey, it made me realize how important diet was, and how you need to create a
how important is it?
It's super important.
Is it 80% diet?
I'd say
10%?
it's probably 90%. It's so important. You can go to the gym as many times as you want during the week, but if you're not eating the right amount of protein, the right amount of calories, it's obviously not futile, but diet is very, very important.
We had 2 cakes yesterday in the office, manaish for breakfast. We both had PT yesterday, and you're telling this now?
It's all good. I think it's all about creating a healthy lifestyle. If you see it as a healthy lifestyle compared to a short-term sort of diet, it's much more manageable and maintainable in the future. I think when you shift your mindset of thinking of it as a diet to a lifestyle, it becomes a lot easier to maintain. But it's like with anything, you have to just sort of implement it into your routine and then it and then it becomes a habit and second nature. So yeah.
Well, how do you make the switch? Because like we all love eating, like
Yes.
we all love indulging in our cravings.
Yeah.
But for you to make that switch and say, no more, I don't want this for myself.
Yeah.
I want to create a healthier lifestyle. How do you go about that?
Yeah, so I think for me, based off my own experience, it varies from person to person and what everyone is sort of going through in the at the current stage of their life. So for me, my switch, I was young, I was very insecure growing up, and I just wanted to be better, and the whole sort of mindset shift sort of occurred, when I said to myself, like literally, I said to myself, you want to be better, you want to do better. So I sort of transferred the hard work ethic I had with my studies to the whole fitness side and the whole diet aspect of things. And it took a lot of discipline and a lot of consistency, but if you just keep at it every day and try to improve by a little bit every single day, again, it's like the 1% rule. You try to improve by 1% every single day, and you get to a point where like the results will come so quick, and then once the results come, you sort of become addicted to that sort of that feeling.
This
It's
office,
like slow and steady.
It's slow and steady, yeah.
slow and steady wins the race.
Yes.
Yes, we can do with that. We can work with that.
Yeah, like
Yes.
we've look Ali at the back's nodding his head. We all agree with the 1%. That's something that this office lives by.
Yeah.
Like 1% every day.
100%.
So it's crazy that you said that. Earlier you're talking about your parents putting you in private school and all the sacrifices that they had to make for you. You going back to them and saying, "Hey, thanks, I'm dropping out of dental school." How did that work, and what was your reaction?
Yeah, of course they were a bit shocked, but my parents support me and love me, and they saw what I was doing and they saw the impact I was having. And this was at a very sort of like early stage in my career of social media, so I was having a big impact on a lot of people. And as well as that, once I released my cookbook as well, so for 2 years of posting, I was posting consistently, but no sort of return on investment, you could say. But I was never doing what I did for money. That was never a part of the equation. It still isn't a part of the equation. But as soon as I released that cookbook, it sort of showed my family, that there's power to social media. And yeah, I think you sort of have to build up the evidence as you go along to take a calculated risk. So dropping out of dental school wasn't a risk in the sense of like, I'm just going to do it and forget about everything else. It took a whole year of weighing up the pros and cons. And then I think the cookbook was like the catalyst for me to say, this is going to work, put in the hard work, believe in yourself, never give up on what you're doing. And, the hard work will pay off. So
That's amazing.
yeah, the process of me leaving dental school was a whole year-long sort of decision-making process.
Yeah.
But the cookbook was like the catalyst for me. It made me realize, just believe in yourself. And
Well, we hope you never leave Dubai, because we need all these like quotes and motivational.
I'm not leaving.
Are you not?
No, I'll be traveling back and forth, but Dubai, it's like a second home to me. I always came here with my family before COVID, and I love it out here. And yeah, I plan to hopefully get this superhero out in Dubai. And the whole point of the superhero is to, spread positivity, hope, and inspire people to be the best versions of themselves and help other people as well. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
So what 3 personality traits of yours would you consider are your superpowers?
Yeah, so I think
That's one.
That's one. Yeah, I think authenticity. I've always been very transparent with my audience, with my intentions, who I am. I think humility. I think my religion and faith has always kept me grounded as a person. The social media sort of, the fame. It's never got to my head. It never will do. And lastly, I think confidence. I think I'm very confident in taking risks, taking the leap of faith when they need to be taken, and just believing in myself. So yeah.
I think we have gotten your LinkedIn bio out of you right now.
Yeah.
Just gonna update your LinkedIn.
First lines in this on his CV.
Yeah.
My 3 superpowers.
My 3 superpowers. Yeah. So yeah, I've had a long think about my superpowers, because when I released this concept, a lot of people were saying like, what are your superpowers? What can you do? And like I mentioned before, my community is a big aspect of my superpower. I believe when you bring a community together towards a cause, you can truly make an impact on the world. So it's all about using my influence for the greater good and to help people. I feel like it's a duty and a responsibility to help people when you have such an impact and an influence. It's very easy in social media to get tempted by other, brand deals and whatnot, and that's completely fine. But for me, it's always been about helping people and just having that as a main priority and focus, and naturally the rest will come. So.
Really, you have all the right intentions, and that's really going to take you places, because when you do things with the right intention and purity, obviously manifests so much better than doing it.
Yeah, it just seems so pure. Like most superheroes have not the best origin stories, but yours just comes from like a place of love and wanting to do more for people.
Yeah. I think I've always had that. Growing up, I've always been, because I've been a superhero geek. So growing up watching the superhero films. Oh, I've got my three top favorite superheroes are Spider-Man, Superman, and Iron Man.
Iron Man, of
Iron
course.
Man, yeah. So
what did they do to him?
yeah, he's got, I know that was sad.
That is sad.
Anyway,
but
but we heard you don't have a superhero name.
I
Is
don't.
that true?
Yes, it's very true.
Came from the grapevine.
Yeah, I'm sort of waiting for one day the public to.
Today's the day.
Today's the day. You don't need the public. You have us. So over here we have a buzzer for you. Okay, you can test it out.
Okay.
Perfect, it works. That would have been awkward. So we have a bunch of superhero names for you, and if you approve, give us a thumbs up or a rating out of 10.
Okay.
If you don't approve, hit the buzzer Rooney.
Okay.
Okay, first on the list, the secret recipe.
ISR. No?
I like that one.
Okay. The ripe fruit.
The gastro hero.
The Taste Titan.
The pan frying phenomenon.
The Wok Wizard.
No.
Zach.
Captain Cookpot. Okay, well, we've read through the entire list and now this.
Stir Fry Superstar.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dangling mangoes. What?
The apple that falls far from the tree.
It's got to be related to the Z.
Oh, the Z.
Yeah.
The zapping chopper.
Zap Zach?
Zap
Zap isn't too
Zap
bad.
Zach.
Put it there.
Five out of 10. We can do
Zap
better.
Zach.
We can do better.
I'll just chat GPT superhero names.
The two I had in mind when I first created this was either Z-Man or Super Z. I'm leaning more towards Z-Man, but I'll let the audience one day decide.
Z-Man.
Yeah,
Z-Man.
Z or Z-Man, yeah.
But like Zap Zach.
I can't zap anything though.
Okay,
Zingers.
Yeah, where?
These are like very food related superhero names.
Like, don't you want Zach and food? Like,
no, actually,
zucchini Zach.
No.
Zucchini
Funnily
Zach.
enough, I've never actually tasted. I've never actually had zucchini before. Yeah, funnily enough. Yeah.
Zucchini.
Zucchini.
I love that.
Zucchini.
That's like
That's
a
good
magician's a magician name.
That actually is.
You know what? You're just finding problems. You're not finding the solutions. You're not working with us.
So much for a superhero. You're creating more problems for us than solutions.
Yeah, no. I think Z-Man or Super Z, but the two
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No.
Right.
It's very
We've got some work to do.
basic. It's so basic.
I know. I want it to be memorable.
Okay, we'll have a brainstorming session.
Yeah.
We'll have a brainstorming session after this.
Yes, we will.
But that's all the time we have on the show today. Zach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And that is it from us. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Casey will be back Friday.
On Friday. That's our schedule for the week. So I'll be with you every day of the week. Shahil will be there tomorrow. And then after that will be Alibaba. Then we have Casey. So we have
you know what? A whole salad of human beings.
That sounds so weird. Salad of human beings. Can you really say that?
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.